Try number 1 together. Okay, so number 1, what is your A value here? 1. So this is one of the easier ones. So 1 times 3 is how much? What number goes down below? 4. Two numbers that multiply to 3 but add to 4, what would they be? 3 and 1. Okay? My answer on this is r plus 3, r plus 1. Okay? Are we okay? Okay. I want to show you, stay on this problem. I want to show you another way to do this problem. Crisscross is the same, 3 on top, 4 on bottom, 3 and 1. Okay? You following me? It's all the same so far. I'm going to do something that's called splitting the middle. My 4r is my middle number, right? What we're really doing is we're taking r squared, the same thing, but we are splitting this plus 4r into these guys. Plus 3r plus 1r, and I'm bringing down my last number. Is it true that 3r plus 1r would make that 4r? Where did I get this 3r and this 1r from? The crisscross, right? That's splitting the middle. Instead of taking 4r, my middle number, I'm going to split it up into what adds to it because of these numbers. You guys see where that came from? Now, we have how many terms here? How many terms do we have? 4 terms. Remember back to the beginning of the unit, how many terms did we have when we were factored by grouping? 4. Group, 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 group. Now, does it look like the problems that we were doing at the beginning of this school, or at the beginning of this unit? Yes. What's my GCF of the first set? What's the GCF of this, guys? Not just 1. Close. 1r. So I'm going to take out an r. What am I left with? So r squared divided by r gives me r. I had 2 r's. I took 1 out. I have 1 left. Plus 3r. Take out an r. What am I left with? 3. What's your GCF over here? Guys, gotta talk louder. I can't hear mumble. What's my GCF here? 1. So does it change that guy at all? R plus 3. Quick check. Are my parentheses the same? What are my two answers then? R plus 3, what they share. And what else? R plus 1. Did we get the same answer as we did above? Now, when your A value is 1, is there a shorter way to do these? Yes. But when our A value is not 1, like on number 2, you have to do it the longer way. Okay? So let's look at number 2. First question you always want to ask yourself is, can I GCF it right now to make it a shorter, easier problem? Is there a number that goes into 3, 7, and 6? No, so I can't GCF it. So this is going to be a longer problem. We're still going to crisscross. Okay? I have to multiply A times C. So what is 3 times negative 6? Negative 18. Perfect. What number goes down below? Negative 7. If you have your multiplication grid out, make sure you're looking at that. What two numbers multiply to give you a negative 18 but add to give you a negative 7?
Whenever you have a negative up here to factor, one number has to be positive and one number has to be negative. We want more negative.
Good. Negative 9, positive 2. Those are the two numbers I'm going to use to split the middle, right? 3n squared. Do I keep it or do I split it? Look back over here. Did I keep my r squared or did I split it? I kept it. First number I keep. 3n squared, I keep. The middle term, do I keep or split? That's the one I split. I split it into this, because isn't negative 9 plus 2 give me that negative 7? All right, so we have negative 9n plus 2n, and then I'm going to keep my last term, negative 6, and bring it down. AJ, do you have a pencil? Oh, you're what? You're done with this problem? All of them? Okay. What do I do now? 4 terms. What do we do at the beginning of this unit? Yeah, group them. Group, 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 group. GCF. What's the biggest thing that goes in the first grouping? 3? N. Awesome. What do I have left? N minus 3. 3n squared divided by 3n gives me just n. Negative 9n divided by 3n takes out the n. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 2n minus 6, what's my GCF? What am I left with? Quick check. This guy should be the same as this guy, and it is. So my 2 answers are, what's one of them? And what's my second answer? 3n plus 2. Good job.
Is there a way to check your answer? Yeah.
You could FOIL it, right? Multiply. 3n times n is 3n squared. N times 2 is 2n. Negative 3 times 3n is negative 9n. I have a lot of room here. Negative 3 times 2 is a negative 6. Combine my middle two like terms, and I get 3n squared minus 7n minus 6. Is that what I started with? So then I know I did it correctly. Okay, I want for you to try number 3 on your own. I want for you to use a pencil, because it's okay to make mistakes, and we will erase them as we go through them, but I want you to get as far on this as you can, just trying it. Yeah. Make it really fast. It is okay if your paper looks different than mine. I'm going to bring down the first term of 20x squared. For me, I'm going to put this number first, plus 5x. Then I'm going to put plus 12x and then plus 3. You may have 12x first and 5x second. You will still get the same answer in the end. Okay? You're going to group, 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 group. Now, your GCF, if you switch those two numbers, will be different than my GCF, but again, the very last answer will be the same. What is the GCF of 20x squared plus 5x? 5x. Someone knew. When I take that out, what am I left with? Yeah, that's right. 4 what? 4x plus, what's 5x divided by 5x, guys? 1. 12x plus 3. What's the biggest thing that goes into 12x and 3? 3. Awesome. How many times does 3 go into 12? We have 4x and 3 goes into 3 how many times? Once. Quick check. That's the same. What is one of my answers? 5x plus 3. And what's my second answer? And again, order does not matter. I could have the 4x plus 1 first, the 5x plus 3 second. And then that is that. Thumbs up. I'm pretty good at this. Thumbs down. I am struggling hardcore on this. Thumbs sideways. I'm getting there. Okay. Number 4. I want for you to try it again on your own. I feel like when you try it on your own, you're going to understand it a little bit better, and we will go through it, I promise, but try it on your own first. Okay, I'm going to stop you where you're at. Let's try this. Crisscross it. Can I GCF this guy? No. So, what do I do first? Awesome. 2 times 7, which is 14. What number goes on bottom? So 2 numbers multiply to 14, but add to 15. What would those 2 numbers be? 14 and 1. Bring my first term down, it stays the same. Split the middle. 14n plus 1n. That came from these two numbers I found here. Again, your order on those could be switched. You'll get the same number in the end. Your work will be slightly different. Bring down the plus 7. Group, 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 group. GCF of 2n squared plus 14n would be what? 2n. 2n squared divided by 2n leaves me with n plus 7. What's my GCF of n plus 7? Just 1. What am I left with? There we go. Quick check. That's the same as that, so we're good. N plus 7 is one answer. 2n plus 1 is another answer. Okay? Go ahead and try number 5. Here we go. We can't GCF it. There's nothing that goes into 6, 25, and 11, so I'm going to multiply the 6 times the 11. What's 6 times 11? 66. Bottom number is? Okay, bigger numbers are a little more difficult sometimes, right? What are the two numbers that multiply to 66 but add to 25? 22 and 3. Perfect. Keep the first number, 6t squared, plus 22t, plus 3t, plus 11. So I split 25 into the 22 and the 3 that we found over here. Again, you can have a different order. Group, 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 group. What's my GCF of 6t squared and 22? 2t. What am I left with? So 6t squared divided by 2t gives me 3t. 6 divided by 2 is 3. If I had 2 t's and I took one out, I'm left with a t. Plus, what's 22 divided by 2? And I had a t and I took one out, so that's gone. 3t plus 11. What's my GCF there? 1. What am I left with? There you go. What are my two answers? I don't like t's and they look like plus signs. So 3t plus 11 and 2t plus 1. All right. Let's do this last one together. First question, what do we always ask ourselves first? Can we GCF it? And can we? Yes, good job. What's the biggest thing that goes into 8, 20, and 12? Awesome. So I'm going to take out a 4 first. When I take out a 4, what am I left with? So 8 divided by 4 is, so I get 2b squared, plus 20 divided by 4 is? Awesome. Minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. Now, crisscross it. So you can cover up that 4. That 4 has nothing to do with this. You do it like the other problems. Multiply your a times your c. So 2 times negative 3. What's 2 times negative 3? Negative 6. When I add, I want 5. 5, right? So what two numbers multiply to negative 6 but add to a positive 5? Okay, so negative 3, negative 2 will add to a negative 5, and it'll multiply to a positive 6. Negative 3 times 2 does multiply to a negative 6. 2 negative 3 does multiply to negative 6, but 2 and negative 3 will give me negative 1 when I add. Yeah. Yep. 6 and negative 1. So remember, 2 times 3 is not my only factor pair of 6. 6 and 1 does. And does 6 minus 1 make 5? And does 6 times negative 1 give us negative 6? Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this 4 out front. Parentheses. We're going to bring down our first number, 2b squared. We are going to split up 5b into this guy. Plus 6b, minus 1b, then minus 3. Okay? I can group, 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 group. Now, I'm going to leave this 4 off for a second because I don't want it to confuse us. Okay, so ignore it just for a minute. What's my GCF of this first number? Or this first set of terms? 2b. What What am I left with when I take out 2b?